Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So if Volron is the Lord of the Water Realm, then it's probably safe to say he has some water abilities tucked up his sleeve.
He and Alphen couldn't be any more different. It's like they were practically born to be rivals.
Looking back on it, in both of our previous encounters, he's only ever fought us with his sword. We haven't seen what else he's capable of.
And yet, even with only his blade, he still managed to overwhelm us. He's a force to be reckoned with. That much is certain.
Yeah, that guy is seriously bad news.
It'll be okay, Huro. We'll get through this.
Shion?
It's nothing. Let's keep moving.
This area is the grandest looking of the lot, and not a single soldier in sight.
So probably the place. This is it, everyone. We can't let Volron treat people's lives like toys any longer. We need to put an end to his tyranny here and now. Everyone ready?
Ready.
We've come this far.
Without question.
I'm nervous, but I know what needs to be done.
We've come for you, Volron! Did you really come all this way, just so I could take you back over his dead body?
Bastard!
He dismissed them?
He must not think he needs them to defeat us.
Why have you been coming after me? Isn't it your ambition to become the winner of the crown contest? My ambition, you say? I have no ambitions. Since the beginning, everything was mine to control. Everything, including your life.
I'm happy to see you.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
A lonely watery grave is all the better you shall ever deserve. And yet, it wasn't without regret that I watched you sink beneath those waves. Now, I get to savor carving the life from your body myself.
So all this, kidnapping Shield, sacrificing those people, it was all just for your own sick satisfaction? To help pass the time?
I would not expect you to understand the kingdom that absolute power lays upon you.
I've had it with your mad ramblings. I'm here to take you down, Volron, and free those you've enslaved!
Very well. I shall look forward to fashioning my throne from the remains of your existence. Today you will die at my hand, and I shall bask in your final desperate pleas.
Well, I look forward to disappointing you. Here! Dragon Swarm!
Enjoy.
Here's a healing arm.
Mega
Sleep
Sonic
now.
Rush!
Hey!
Dragon
More
Swarm!
with the stockpile.
Die.
Double Demon!
Far enough. Reload. Thunder field.
I'm on it!
Let me help. More with that.
Dragon Swarm! Hurricane!
It's time.
Field.
How about some of this?
More with the
In a
stockpile.
bind?
Lightning ray. Lightning.
Take that.
I'm out of it. Back into the forward. Here's a healing arm. First aid.
Here and
This
now!
is over.
I'm only getting confiscated.
I'm on it! Mega Sonic the flame inside me! Yours
Lightning
to be
orb.
let free! Double Demon Fang!
Reload.
I can carve through
Mega
armor!
Sonic
Where are
Thrust!
you going?
Burn!
I'll be taking this one.
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Dance in the wind. You're
Take
fine.
this.
Mega Sonic
Just
Thrust!
won't stay still!
If you can draw his attention, I'll pin him down.
In a bind?
We're getting started. I'll be taking this one. Here, let me help. Far enough.
Thanks!
Thunder field.
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Where that came from? In here.
Double Demon Fang!
More with the stockpile.
Spot. Watch this!
Lightning orb. More where that came from. Radiant here. Here's a healing arm. First aid. Thunder
Now.
field.
Did we get him?
Let me help.
He's open.
Let's go! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning orb.
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind.
In a bind?
Pierce!
Air thrust. Arc field.
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind.
Burn!
Air thrust. Photon blast. First aid.
I'm ready!
Lost. Demon's descent.
Flashing Fang!
Searing flame.
First strike! Pierce!
Lightning orb. What's he planning?
Leave the ensnaring to me.
This looks bad. We've got to stop him. I'm ready. Lightning. Back into the fray.
First strike!
Searing flame. Lightning orb.
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just yet.
Eyes on the ground! Here it comes!
Damn it! Don't take your attention off him either!
Here's the healing arm. In here.
I owe you one.
Now or never.
More with that annihilation. Mega ray. Annihilation. Searing flame. Reload. Here's a healing arm.
Medic! Try harder!
I'm on it. Talon
Armor won't save you!
The
I
flame
never
inside me,
miss.
yours to be let free!
Photon
No
blast.
further.
I'm on a roll now!
Here I go.
Dragon
I'm only
Swarm!
getting started.
Hurricane!
Thunder
Double Demon
field.
Fang! Eat this!
Take this.
Mega raging annihilation.
Eat this!
I'm on the dance in the wind. Sleep now.
Take this.
I'll be safe. Lost. You all right?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Magic is there. Flame.
Die.
Here's a healing arm.
Enjoy.
Photon blast. Light astral energy.
Take
Try
it.
harder!
Here.
Talon Swarm!
Free.
Here's a healing arm.
Mega Sonic! Dragon
Here.
Swarm!
Mega ray. Annihilation.
Double Demon
Dance in the wind. I'm all stuck.
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane. Here's a healing arm. Raging cascade.
Ready to go!
Die.
Dance in the wind.
Take this.
There, I'll be saving you.
Shattering the pieces!
Attack line. More with that here.
Take this.
I never miss. That's lightning orb.
Ignite!
Take this.
Radiant pierce. Here's a healing arm.
Die.
Take this!
Thanks!
Light ass raging cascade.
Dragon Swarm!
In here.
Double Demon
is at hand.
Annihilation!
Die.
Here, let me help.
Megasonic
Here we
thrust!
go.
It's over! Raging Captain!
Try harder!
Die.
Megasonic thrust!
Prepare to be
Three.
That's freaking good! Can't get out of
Then,
bed!
just like that.
Oh, magic is here! Feel!
Take this.
That's far enough!
Enjoy.
Lightning orb! More than
Here.
Here's a healing art! Sleep more
Take
pain!
it. Freaking does
I'll
it.
be saving this
far
one!
enough.
Megasonic thrust!
Lightning orb! More with that
Double demon fan!
Now this is
Here's a healing
enjoyable.
art! Raging Cascade!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
I'll smash you!
Annihilation orb! More with that came from!
Take
This
this.
one's mine! Feel! More projectiles! Here's a healing orb!
Now, are you ready to entertain me? Don't disappoint me by dying just
More
yet.
with that came from!
No further!
Shining supernova! I'm also flash! Here's a healing art! First aid! Annihilation! Dance in the wind! Sleep now! I'll be ready to go!
Far enough. Do you require a hand? Entertain me.
In a bind?
Here! I'm on it! Dragon Storm!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
How about some of
I'll
this?
be saving this one!
Dragon Storm!
Let me help!
Take this!
Take that.
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll finish you here and now!
Here's a healing art! Last first aid!
Megasonic finish!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Got him! It's all over. Vol Run. Now put an end to that death procession you're holding outside. Right now!
You think this is over?
What? Who do you think you are?
No, that's...
How can this be? If Alvin's the Sovereign, how is it possible that Volron has that crest as well?
And if Volron's the Sovereign, then what was the point of the crown contest?
After everything we witnessed, it would seem the whole thing is a ruse.
Bow before your sovereign.
What the hell are you? How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only sovereign. That's why you're after me, isn't it? There is that, I'll admit. But your grandest sin was unveiling your strength. Sin? You use people as playthings. What right have you to speak of sin? Sin is ordinary. The powerful care only for domination. We never asked you to rule. No one did. What do I care? Your wants. You are but a mote of dust in the light.
Alvin!
I'm through taking orders from tyrants! Unleash light!
Still fine not too long ago.
Far enough! Talon Hurricane! Not on my watch! Radiant Blast!
Burn it down!
Here's a healing
Unleash light!
Anything armor is all mine!
Megasonic
Lightning
thrust!
orb!
I'm nearly done for.
Photon Radiant Cascade! Here's the
Let me
healing
see what I
art!
can do.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Light Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Here's the healing art!
What is it?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this.
Here!
Lightning Raging Cascade!
This is what real pain feels like.
Here goes! Annihilation!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that!
I never miss!
Denied! Big blast!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Here, let me help.
Not done yet!
First aid!
Here! Unleash!
Let's let you all down.
Here!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Can't get out of this!
I'll bring you back from
Unleash!
death's abyss.
Is this it?
Resuscitation!
I shall erase
Radiant has
everything!
fight left in me!
I'll
Here I go!
destroy you!
It's over! Raging Cascade!
I'll bring you back
Unleash
from death's
light.
abyss.
Dance in the
bring you back
wind!
from death's
Air
abyss.
thrust! Light astral energy!
Not done yet!
Field! Raging Cascade!
I'm ready!
Eric!
Back from death's abyss.
More for the stockpile!
Denied!
The earth throbs with pain.
Here, let me help.
He's too fast to keep up with!
Then we'll take him together. Rinwell, follow my lead.
Okay,
I'll provide cover!
in here!
I owe you one!
More for the stockpile!
Try harder!
Eat this!
This one's mine.
Let's let you all down.
You pay for that!
Here's a healing art! Air thrust!
Dragon form!
Photon flash!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
In here!
Megasonic thrust!
I'll be taking this
I
way!
shall erase everything!
Here, let me help.
More Cascade!
Eat this!
In here! Here! More for the stockpile!
Unleash lightning!
Lightning orb!
Megasonic thrust! Dragon form! Bow before me!
Prepare to be seized!
Here, let me
Fire
help.
field!
Can't get out of this!
First aid! Raging Cascade!
Dragon form! Bow before me!
Here, let me help.
First aid! Dance in the wind! Field!
Megasonic thrust!
Reload stockpile!
Here, let me
Dragon
help.
form!
Great aid!
Bow before me!
Megasonic thrust!
You picked the wrong fight!
Prepare to be seized!
Eat this!
Dragon
Do
form!
it! Astral energy!
Say no more! Know your
I'm
place! Here!
I'm on a roll now!
Dragon
Thunder
form!
field!
Kneel before your sovereign!
Raging Cascade! Flame! Reload!
He's about to attack! Dim! We need to stop him! Can't get out of this! Talon Hurricane!
Proof of it! All others shall be vanished!
Steering flame! Reload! Dance in the wind! Here's the healing art!
Try harder!
Light astral energy!
Could this be the true power of a sovereign?
What is this? This one's all mine!
Lightning!
Here, let me help.
You picked the wrong fuck! Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring
Dragon
you back
form!
from death's abyss.
Double demon fang!
Away!
Let's let you all down.
Megasonic thrust! Dragon form! Leave!
Throbs in pain.
Can't get out of this!
Dragon form! Time to let it rip!
You're bruised all over. Did you even notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Dragon form! I shall erase
This one's
everything.
mine.
Double demon fang!
Nothing gets by me!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and should do
I'll
it!
bring you back from death's abyss.
Out of my...
Resuscitation!
Die!
Let me
Try
have
harder!
Far enough!
Not I
today.
shall be the ruler of all
Mega
things! Dragon Form!
Thunderfield!
Double demon back!
Take this!
Out of my sight!
Seal! Mega Ray! Lord of the Reptile! Mega Ray!
Die already!
Photon
Megasonic
Raging
Thrust!
Cascade!
All shall bow before me! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Form!
Photon
Megasonic
Ready!
Thrust!
Here goes! Take this! There!
Wretched worm! No!
Everyone together!
I'll shoot him down!
Dragon Form!
I'll be saving
Double Demon Fang!
Denied!
Megasonic Thrust!
Confiscated! Annihilation!
The flame inside me
Here
yearns
goes!
to be let free! Burn! Pierce!
I'll run you through!
Take this!
Double Demon Fang!
Air thrust! Photon blah 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 magic!
Kneel before your sovereign!
I can carve through! I'll finish you here and now! I'm on it!
First aid!
Your life will end here!
Air thrust! Light after
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Form!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang! Gruesome! All others shall be banished!
Here's a healing art!
Try harder!
No,
Try harder!
end like this.
The earth throbs with pain.
Eat this! Hurricane!
Not
I'm ready!
run!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
What do you think you can do? This guy's still standing?
The road! Everything rightfully belongs to me! I have seen the mountains. Moves over and crushes them. All in his feet. Are next!
Is it over?
Yeah, I think so. There. We finally collected all of the Master Cores. So what do we do now?
It is said that bringing all the Master Cores together in one place should form the Renis Alma.
So, now we put Shion's with the rest.
With that, we can finally free her of her thorns.
What's going on? Are we missing something?
We can't be. So why isn't it?
Alphen! Behind you!
Shion, are you the maiden?
What is this? Why is this happening?
What the? The Master Cores!
Is that darkness? A dark Master Core?
Renis Alma!
The Renis Alma. It's here.
What's going on? The Renis Alma's only supposed to consist of the 5 Danon elements.
What do you think you're doing?
She disappeared?
What in the world just happened?
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
A month has passed. For the time being, we decided to stay put in Ganeth Harros. Even with their lord toppled, we had a long way to go before the people of Pelegion would be liberated in their hearts and minds. Lenegus hung ominously over our heads. We knew we'd need to deal with it sooner or later. We still had so many questions. The two sovereigns, the Red Woman and the Renaissance, the present and past 300 years ago. Not to mention what happened to Volron's body after his defeat. Still, we were determined to keep fighting. I had my hands full taking care of everything. But in some ways, I was kind of grateful to be so busy.
Are you all right? You looked like you were spacing out there.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. You need something?
It's about that citizen's petition. I was coming to talk to you about it.
If I'm being honest, I think the problems of this realm's Danans hit close to home for me.
Oh?
You saw how things were in Menancia. We might have put way too much faith in Dohalim, but at least we could still think independently.
The people of this realm weren't even afforded that much basic dignity.
I don't know what kind of future the people here are going to ultimately choose. But whatever it is they decide, I want to help do my part so they can make that decision of their own free will.
You mean like how the Danans and Renans of Menancia chose to remain committed to coexistence? It'd be nice if this was a step towards that dream.
That's another issue altogether. At the very least, I want to believe all our hard work will pay off in the end.
Yeah. I guess we can only focus on what we can do right now and take it from there.
I'm going to go on ahead. Would you mind talking to Shion for me? Once you're ready, we'll meet up at the castle entrance like usual. We can talk more there.
Right. Got it. Shion's been hanging out in the observatory a lot lately. Let's see if she's up there.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volron. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance. Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem. I was just about to ask him what that...
All right, then.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where...
I did.
Are they not...
No.
Then what's the
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to respond...
Oh, so you have your rations, and it's enough food. But there's still...
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got...
Do your rations...
I don't know.
What's that supposed...
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what...
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up.
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only...
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills. But not every...
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so...
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelagian, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's stand-ins. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Huh?
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy! Boomy!
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies? Oh, heck.
Seriously?
Well...
Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah. Law.
Yeah! Huh?
Oh?
Oh, wow! All right! Wasn't expecting a thank you for that.
Maybe socializing with people is helping to jog his memory bit by bit. Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh? Gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point, but...
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me?
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just damnings from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull Run soldiers. Watch yourselves.
An astral art?
That's like you!
Shut him down!
Outfield! Mega Ray!
I owe you one.
is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore the pain. I'll try to be more careful.
Here, let me help.
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Double Steel Attack! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Dance in the wind! Lightning! Steel!
I'll face you. Anything in armor is all mine.
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Oh? What? Just grenade?
What?
Yes! Yeah?
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just...
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything.
in the area that looks edible.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Geneth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However,
What I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Haros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
No way! All right. Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. This time of night ever makes me feel so alive.
What goes on inside that head?
Good food is the best kind of magic. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
Right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
I'm looking forward to breakfast. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now. I have a bad feeling about this.
Resonate with the earth!
Think we can take that thing?
No way. Forget about it.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Good. Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alfred.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right?
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do.
The spray from this waterfall feels so good.
Seriously. Makes the sweat I worked up getting here all worth it.
Don't get too wet now, you two, or else you'll catch a cold.
dispose of the trash.
Megasonic thrust! Dragon form! Ignite!
Armor won't save you! Can't get out of this!
Dispatch it out again! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Oh, magic
Blind
is
freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
no sooner said than done!
Do it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle. Go no further!
Megasonic thrust!
In here! This one's mine! Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang! Burn it out! Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Use a healing art!
Dragon form!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly.
Now!
Dragon form!
I'll finish you here and now!
Dance with the wind! Air
Dragon form!
Dance with the wind! Sleep now!
Everything in armor is all mine!
Dragon form!
Take this!
Double Demon Fang!
Now you see what I can do! I'm on it! Leave the charges to me!
Recover! Thanks so much!
Everyone hanging in there?
Let me help.
Here!
First aid!
Dragon form!
Here's another!
Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this! I'll take you all off!
It's a duel of the arts!
Double Demon Fang!
No fire!
I've got
me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
All yours!
Let me help.
Dragon form!
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang! Here!
Where are you going?
Megasonic thrust! Dragon form! Double Demon Fang! Megasonic thrust!
Don't mind if I do.
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon form!
Air thrust! Do it!
Double Demon Fang!
Air thrust!
Do it!
Ikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
There it is. That's our target.
No backing down!
Dance in the wind! It's
Take
on!
deny!
Now,
Dragon!
let's get you all tucked away.
Double Demon Fang!
Feel! They look stuff, but they're vicious.
Double Demon Fang!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Magic is on! Radiant!
Here! You're done! Dragon form!
Now! Lost! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Already on it!
Coming! Dragon form!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, Ku's in a bright and shiny mood.
We finally made it.
Yeah! No! You did it!
Really?
Yeah!
What's gotten into him?
He says, instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign.